What's going on, guys? Justice for Nolan Wells. The question that we're all asking ourselves: will Nolan Wells Um. Yeah. So the question is: will Nolan Wells get justice? Right now, I'm watching Nancy interview or talk to the piece of shit lawyers that these white folk got. Tyler Cox. Man, you're a liar, bro. Okay, so even if we try to leave Katie out of it, have we interviewed the two other girls on that boat? They didn't know her, but they knew her name. None of it makes sense anymore. So they mention Katie. They mention her name. They say Katie, but yet the boys are trying to say that they don't know Katie. I guess that's why they deleted their social media because that would be another lie that they would be caught up on. Woo! See, yo, all right, here we go. That's a lie. How you gonna say you don't know somebody, but yet you know what their name is? They're lying. No, you guys are horrible liars. These guys are horrible liars, man. What did I say? No, she just hit right on the button. You see how Nancy? Did you see how Nancy catches on real quick? I'm not a big fan of hers. I'm just happy that she is covering this because she could have been like anybody else ignoring it. Obviously, this brings in money. It is a hot topic nationwide. so she know what she's doing. She wants to bring justice for Nolan Wells, but she's also getting paid. And on top of that, the credit that she wants behind all of this. And I'll tell you what, yo, one of the ways that we can get justice is if Katie definitely decides to proceed and, you know, decide to comply and actually appear in court to talk about this. Because if they were to ask Katie the right number of questions, right? If they were to ask Katie the right number of questions, right away, people will realize that those teenagers that were on that boat were lying. Now they're saying that they got a hold of Katie, but didn't even know who Katie was. How does that make sense? Oh, really? So if he had drowned, thank you for confirming that, Edward. So that means that if Nolan Wells drowned in this island where there's barely any trees and anything around, that means that you guys should have been able to find his body within the first 24 hours and not on July 6th at 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's continue listening to Nancy Grace and how these lawyers suck ass and pretty much don't know what the hell they're talking about. Correction, there was plenty of space and time for foul play. Okay, the fact that they could have done this between 4 o'clock and 4:30, right before the CTO call, is very accurate. Because why would you want to unalive a person around hundreds of people, around over 30 boats that are lined up on Horn Island? You wouldn't. You would have too many witnesses. There would be too many pictures. Unless, of course, all 100 people that were there, over 100 people that were there, are part of the crime. So, what they ended up doing was they took them off the island and then they did it. Yup. There we go. Go ahead, Nancy. Not this environment. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to say that there can't be no foul play in this environment? You fucking dirty lab rat looking motherfucker. Look at this. Look at the face of this fucking fool. This guy looks like a fucking lab rat. Look at him. Go fuck yourself. Good for you. Nobody care. Nobody. This isn't about you. See, that's the problem with you white trash motherfuckers. This isn't about you. You all want to make it about you. I got somebody over here in the comment section. Hold on. Look. Let's just break it down. It's very simple, right? Let's break it down. I'm over here on the mobile live, and I'm on StreamYard on my computer, right? I got, and I've seen people comment and make comments about, oh, this has happened to me, or whatever the case may be. Oh, I have a story too. Nobody gives a fuck. This is about justice for Nolan Wells. I don't give a fuck if you almost drowned in SeaWorld. Fuck you, fuck your family, fuck SeaWorld. This isn't about you. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. If you're white trash, if you're Mexican, if you're Asian, get the fuck off my live stream. You're all fucking insecure cowards. Get the fuck off my live stream. If you're from California, get the fuck off my live stream. You're all a bunch of pussies. Get the fuck off my live stream. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. That fucking simple. I'm sick and tired of the dirty fucking wetback Mexicans. I'm tired of the fucking Asian frauds. I'm tired of the white trash. I'm sick and tired of California. To the point where I wanna fucking pull a massacre. Like seriously. I'm sick and tired of the fucking dirty fucking Californian racist pieces of shit and the fucking algorithm that we get for fucking racist Google and racist ass fucking YouTube. Fuck you, white people. Fuck you, Mexicans. And fuck you, Asians. It's not about you. Make content and talk about it. Stop being a bitch. Let's get back to Nancy Grace. No shit, dickhead. That's why they pulled away from Horn Island for them to commit the crime. You know what they ended up doing? They promised these lawyers over $100,000 or $100,000, and they haven't even walked into court yet. So obviously, these lawyers are gonna lie and do everything in their power because they already got paid. You don't. let me tell you a little bit more. No lawyer represents you without getting paid unless he's a public defender. Period. Mm, mm, Right. The problem is that authorities is white trash in Mississippi, and they have nothing but pigs in Mississippi. White pigs, honky white pigs in Mississippi. What a pussy. What a pussy. Do they have a motive for this killing of tragedy or tragedy? Yeah. White people don't have a big dick, so they were fucking jealous that the black guy was fucking their mom and fucking their girlfriends. Have you not seen pictures of Nolan Wells having a sleepover with a bunch of white women around? Guys are a fucking bunch of fucking clowns. Fucking moron. How you gonna fucking find out the motive without finding out who fucking did it? You fucking dumb fuck. You fucking white people are fucking trash. Like seriously. You white trash motherfuckers are horrible. You guys make no fucking sense. Anybody. Anybody. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Yo, what is this lawyer talking about? What the fuck is this lawyer talking about? We clearly hear Nolan's name more than once. We clearly hear Nolan's name more than once, guys. Unfucking believable that they would lie like this. It's unbelievable. I honestly think it's unbelievable. Like I can't understand how he can lie about the audio call when the audio call clearly says Nolan. These people are full of shit. All right, let's go to the photo then. You fucking piece of shit, a liar. You should fucking retire from being a lawyer. They're calling Cito during this video, and in this picture, you clearly fucking see that there's no water, no fucking water filling up. It doesn't show that they're sinking at all whatsoever. So everybody's lying. You fucking sack of shit. Take the 100,000 that they gave you and shove it up your ass. Shove it as far deep as in your ass. You worthless piece of shit lawyer. Why is this guy up on the ledge? Why is this guy up on the ledge? Why is he looking down? What is she digging for? That bitch with the white hat. What is she digging for? What is this other bitch doing? Woo! Y'all know, y'all've heard and seen what they see what they say about this foot, right? Look at this. Ready? Let's go slow motion for all the idiots in the back. For all the for all the idiots in the back that want to have a smart comment. Here's a slow motion. Let me show you slow motion exactly what everybody's talking about on the internet. Let me show you what everybody's talking about in the internet. Take a look right there at the boat, right? Take a look right here. Yeah, take a look right here. Because this part is the most creepiest fucking thing that we have all found thus far. And what everybody's talking about on the internet. Y'all ready? What is that going up and down? Obviously, that's not his foot. It's obvious that that is not his foot. And it's obvious that his fucking feet don't reach that far. So what the fuck came up here? What came up here, guys? Because the moment that the foot comes up, whoever's recording got scared and started turning the fucking camera away. So what the fuck is that, guys? Yeah, you guys are so fucking smart. Whether you're a lawyer or not, what is that? What's that? Yeah, nobody knows. What is that? Nobody knows, right? Let's go back to it. What's that that moves? What is that? What is that? What is that? And why is this guy on the ledge? Man, y'all got it fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all acting like I'm not gonna fucking crack this case open. I wish you motherfuckers would put me in fucking court. I make all of them fucking go under oath and they would all go to fucking jail. I'm waiting for the Tyler Cox, Edward, whoever your fucking name is, Warren Hudson, Morgan Seymour, Bart, everybody. I'm waiting for the lawsuit, you fucking imbeciles. Lunaticmenace@gmail.com. Hit me the fuck up. Email me. Y'all saw the video, right? That's crazy, right? Why it look like this rope? Doesn't this look like a rope right here? This looks like a rope that this other guy is pulling. Y'all saw that? Did y'all catch that? Y'all seen the rope? Did you guys see the rope? Watch this. You see the rope? The rope is about to fall. You see the rope right there? Let me see. Do I have to make this full screen real quick? Take the whole screen layout. Let me put it in full screen layout, and then let me go ahead and go full screen real quick. Let me show you guys the rope. You see this rope? This rope is going towards the ground. Y'all see this, right? Listen, the more I find out and the more I look at this and all of this, the more scared them white folk, them racist white folk are. You heard? Let me show y'all something. Ready? Y'all see the rope? The rope is coming down. You see the rope? Wait until you see the video turn to the left. They don't want this. They don't want me to talk about this. Trust me. They do not want me to talk. I have nothing to lose. What is he pulling? What is he doing? Did they choke him? Did they put a rope around him and choke him to death? That would explain the red marks in the back, wouldn't it? Yeah. What is he pulling? What exactly is he pulling? Let's go ahead and take a look one more time. Look at the rope coming from the floor. Y'all saw it? Oh man. Yeah. Anybody defending them white kids is full of shit. Anybody defending them white teenagers is a piece of shit. So simple, guys. Everybody is only asking for justice for Nolan Wells. It's that simple. Yes, it does. Yes, there is. There's plenty of evidence. The audio call is all the evidence we need for Wyatt to be charged, for Warren Hudson to be charged, for Bart to be charged, for Morgan Seymour to be charged, and the other 10 people that are among them. They should all be charged with conspiracy of a murder. So, yes, they can all be charged. You fucking ugly vampire, pale piece of shit looking motherfucker. All right, so here that's the problem. That's why I went live, guys. They're gonna play it off, man. I'm telling you, and I hope this starts a civil war because we really need one, and we need to slaughter every white pig that we fucking find. They're gonna do this. What they're going to do is they're getting ready for court. Okay, they're gonna try to charge one or two people if they decide to, and then when they go to court, what they're gonna do is they're gonna find a bunch of liars. They're gonna pay off a bunch of people to lie under oath in court, so they can say there's not enough evidence and nobody's guilty. That's what they're going to do. We already seen this playbook before. We've seen this through American history. They will find as many people as they can that they can pay off. They can be Bart friends, they can be Warren friends. Remember, it was a bunch of teenagers there. It could be 10 people that are not shown on the video or haven't come forward, right? And what they're going to do is when they take this to court, they're going to try to go by the word of the so called witnesses, the fake, fraudulent. witnesses. And then they're not going to charge them. They're going to say there's not enough evidence, knowing that we have an audio call, knowing that they yelled Nolan more than once in that audio call. But this is exactly what's going to happen, guys. I fear it. And at the same time, the more days pass by, the more I believe that this is going to happen. They're going to lie their ass off on court. They're going to pay people off. And they're going to get away with this crime. Unfortunately. What did you buy?
Local fries.
Huh?
Local fries.
What you mean local fries?
Chili fries. Local chili fries.
From where?
From the same place.
Why?
Because I was looking.
You were hungry?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I don't want none. I know. No, it's a lot. That's why I told you why. Because I just got done eating. Like, I don't want none. Why would you order that? Here, pass me the weed you want me to roll up. These lawyers are trash. I don't even understand. Well, it's easy to help the fucking president of the United States against the media, because obviously the media is a piece of shit. Whether it's CNN, NBC, ABC, they're all pieces of shit. They're the worst. Listen, they're the laziest, worst journalists in the fucking world. Anything you see on TV, guess what? It's meant to program you. Why is Brandon Tatum taking all these interviews? Because he's a sellout. He gets paid for this by white people. Brandon Tatum gets paid by white people to bash and talk bad about black people and show self-hate every fucking day of his life. Every day. Let's go back to Nancy Grace a little bit. Fuck you and your witnesses. We know they're a bunch of frauds. Let me guess. They're white. Oh, I'm good. No, we're not asking that. No, we're not asking that. We're asking for other questions to be answered, and you can't answer them. Wait. This guy's a piece of shit, y'all. This guy's a piece of shit, y'all. How you gonna say? Did you just hear what he said? He said, "Oh well, you can't ask us. You can't ask us. You signed up for this. You said specifically that both of you are gonna represent these fucking teenagers. If you're representing the teenager, this is how full of shit this lawyer is. I don't understand how the fuck this guy passes a bar exam. He says, I'm not going to answer these questions, or I'm not going to answer that or this because I didn't take the video, or I wasn't there, or this. You're representing them. Why are you getting paid? You absolutely should be answering these questions. You're their representative. You're their lawyer. That's what they hired you and paid you for. You see how they all fucking lying? Okay, so if we know about witnesses or people, etc., seeing Nolan after 6 p.m., then why did it take over 24 hours. It took 2 days to find Nolan Wells. Why did it take until Monday that morning to find Nolan Wells? If it was really left on that island, if he would have drowned, why did it take until Monday? You see how simple that is? None of them have the answer. Nobody, all those bots and all those racist pieces of shit that's jumping on my live, not commenting, not saying justice for Nolan Wells and everything else. All you worthless pieces of shit, you have no credibility. It shows who you are. It shows how big of a piece of shit you are and how big of a piece of shit all of your families are. So for everybody that jumps in my live and doesn't comment justice for Nolan Wells, I know exactly who you are. You're a worthless, insecure, coward piece of shit in the United States of America. We're not asking about Jax. We're not asking about all these people you're mentioning. You're pretty much telling us everybody that's also involved. We're not asking about all that, Mr. Edward, whatever the fuck your name is, working for Cox. That's funny. You're working for Cox. Um, yeah, we're not asking you all of that. And the questions that we are asking you, you're not answering. Wow. You should get surgery and cover your asshole because the court should also throw you in jail for lying. You want to represent those kids, those teenagers? No problem, Edward. But you should go to the nearest clinic so they can stitch up your asshole because you deserve to be in prison to get raped by the fucking guilty motherfuckers that are doing real time. Everybody wants to talk about that one boat, that one boat. Motherfuckers, show the other boat. They said they left in 3 boats. How many other people are there? That one boat, the Triton, has about 7 people. That's fine. So even if Nolan wasn't there, where's Bart? Where is Bart? We clearly hear somebody say, damn it, Bart, in the video. Where's Bart? Where's Bart's boat? And where's Nolan? It's not that hard, people. It's called equations with fucking variables. I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna just rinse my mouth. I don't like the taste of tobacco. Very simple. Very, very simple, guys. Very simple. Let me pause it right there. Let me pause it. It's very, very fucking simple. We've already had plenty of people go on CNN, TMZ, you fucking name it. We've had plenty of people do interviews. So the so-called witnesses, these they've only mentioned, oh, we got two witnesses. These so-called fucking witnesses, right? They haven't done a fucking interview with anybody. That's so fucking strange. Because if I was white, if I was white from Mississippi, and there was rumors going around my town, all right, then I would stand up for my people. And I would interview with anybody. CNN, NBC, ABC, CBS, Sesame Street, anybody. But you see how shit turns out? Over 30 days, and those two so-called fucking witnesses haven't done a fucking interview. Fuck you, white people. Let's keep going. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? If I knew that my friend was fucking innocent and I saw something and I'm a witness to the evidence, of course I would speak up. And of course I would interview. And I would speak up for my fucking friend who's fucking innocent. It's that fucking simple. But they didn't do that. Did they? Fuck you and the threats. Let's go back to Nancy and her next question. Another that's another suspect and something very suspicious and something very fucking odd to fucking do. Everybody that gets a fucking lawyer, when you get a fucking lawyer, doesn't matter if you're innocent or guilty. When you get a fucking lawyer, the lawyer tells you, this is what the lawyer tells you. Don't say nothing. Have everyone come to me for questions. I am representing you. You answer no more. You answer no further questions. You don't do an interview. You don't do nothing. And you wait for the day of court if it presents itself. But instead, the kids are interviewing with a paid off piece of shit. I don't know where he's from. I guess he's from down there in Mississippi. And I could care less about that raccoon, that piece of shit, Brandon Tatum. Hey, sit back. The air. It's fine, I guess. Like, you guys are full of shit. Tyler Cox, you're a piece of shit. Take me to court. How's this? Bart did it. Bart did it. What y'all gonna do now? Bart killed Nolan Wells. What y'all gonna do? Take me to court? Yeah, go ahead. Take me to court. Yeah, I see how y'all running. I see how y'all do. The moment I'm speaking truth, motherfuckers love to leave the live. They don't even comment justice for Nolan Wells. I know y'all pussies. You fucking, whether it's FBI, the government, Google, YouTube. Fuck you, white people. Fuck you, Asians. Fuck all of you. Are those the actions of a smart person? No. There be people with a case. They're innocent, and even their lawyer be like, "Yo, don't talk to nobody. Don't say nothing. I'm handling your case. I'm representing you. That's what the fuck you paid me for." But the white boys, they want to continue barking up the wrong tree, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because of conspiracy of a murder. Because they know exactly what happened to Nolan Wells. They're lying. They're doing these interviews because they don't want to get charged with conspiracy of a murder after they have already lied to law enforcement, after they have lied to the nation with all these interviews and everything else, after they have probably lied to their parents, which they probably didn't. Their parents are probably covering all this shit up. But yeah, hey yo, Bart did it. Bart did it. Now find me and file a lawsuit. Pussy, Tyler Cox, Edward, file a lawsuit, bitch. This guy's a piece of shit. Look, he looked like he been drinking since fucking 10 o'clock in the morning. This guy is on fucking alcohol and pills. Just look at his face. Look at this guy's face, y'all. Listen, I lived in Philadelphia. I know what white people on fucking pills and drugs is like, all right? Whether it's Xannies and all this other shit. I don't take pills. But that motherfucker's on pills and alcohol. If it's not coke, come on, guys. Edward, you can file a lawsuit against me for defamation because you're a drug addict and an alcoholic. You can file a lawsuit for that too. If you so are pleased to do that. Yup. Yup. Let me show everybody on the mobility on the mobile side. On the mobility side. This guy, look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. This guy's an alcoholic, pill taking fiend. Worthless white trash. A lab rat. A white lab rat. So, Edward, you're an alcoholic and a fiend for pills. File the lawsuit for defamation. I just called you a drug addict and alcoholic. Go ahead and file the lawsuit, pussy. Tell your tell the lawyer Tyler Cox to help you with the fucking lawsuit, bitch. Let's go back to the fucking video. Oh, okay. So you can mention three people's name, but you can't mention everybody else. And you know what? On their behalf, see, you see what they did, right? This is gonna be right now. This is a Warren versus Bart battle, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. A group of people can decide and say, we're all gonna go with one lawyer. We're all gonna go with this law firm. They can have 20 lawyers in one law firm, but they can all agree to say, we're gonna go with this law firm. They didn't do that. They didn't. They want all these cases to be separate. They want all the cases to be separate. They don't want. So, for instance, what I'm getting to and what I'm telling you guys is Tyler Cox and this piece of shit. They say that they're gonna represent Morgan Seymour, Cox, or the other guy. I forget his name. Not Cox. The one in the middle, and then Warren Hudson. Right? He's he just mentioned their name. He's gonna represent those three. Who's representing Bart? You see what's going on? He's not getting the same lawyer. That lawyer, them lawyers are not mentioning Bart's name. Bart is getting a whole separate lawyer. Why you think that is? If it was so simple for the entire group to say, hey guys, let's go with this law firm. We all have our story straight. We were all there and we all witnessed exactly what happened. And none of us is guilty. We can just get one law firm and knock this out the park. Done deal. But no. Out of 14 to 15 teenagers or more, these guys are only representing three. These guys are representing only three. Bart has yet to come forward for an interview or to talk about anything. And with so much evidence out, we highly doubt that Bart is going to do an interview. Matter of fact, let's invite him to my channel where I don't get barely any views. Let's bring him over to StreamYard. Bring Bart. Hey, bring Bart to StreamYard. I barely get any views. Bart, come down to StreamYard since you haven't agreed to do any interview, and I'll present to you and ask you the real questions. Because obviously this lawyer is not representing you, right? What lawyer are you getting? Why did you erase the GPS tracking? Let's talk about it, Bart. Why in the C audio toll they say, damn it, Bart? What, you gonna lie now and say that you wasn't there either? Because the story that Warren says is exactly the fact that the boat was sinking and you helped them tow because the whole thing was canceled. The sea tow was canceled. Right? And that Bart is the one that told them for a few miles, this was all planned. There's no water. They were never sinking. They were never sinking, and let's be honest. Um, they slowed down the boat. They did the sea tow call so they could act and say they were sinking, but they was never sinking. They were probably thinking about dumping the body. They didn't dump the body. I wonder if, say for instance, if Nolan Wells was on the Triton, if he was, what if they just switched him from that boat over to Bart's boat? What if? There's a lot of theories and a lot of formulas that can be written down to figure out the result of exactly what happened. But what we need to do is we need to hold these teenagers accountable. We need to put them in jail. They need to go to prison unless they decide to tell the truth. I'm gonna tell you. Here's a good one. Here's a good one for all of you watching. Ready? Here's a good one for all of you watching. I'm gonna be clear on this. For anybody watching, I'm gonna tell you who has been the smartest of all of them. The ones we don't know. Every teenager that was there and witnessed that and didn't say nothing, they could come forward anytime they want. They're the smartest one. They stayed quiet. And we know that there was over 10 people around. Okay. So the smartest teenagers there are the ones not talking right now. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason these teenagers are the smartest ones right now not talking, right? Let me go here on the stage. The reason these teenagers are the smartest ones not talking is because they won't be charged with conspiracy as long as there isn't a police report identifying their name, lying to the law. But everybody else that's coming out and that's on the internet and doing all of that stuff and lying, they can get hit with conspiracy of a murder because they're talking too much. And what they're doing is they're giving false narratives, false information, false evidence, etc., etc. So therefore, come trial or any minute now, if somebody doesn't get paid, I'm trying to tell you, listen, if I was there, I'm gonna be like, what your grandfather got in the bank, motherfucker? Because you need to pay me to fucking keep my mouth shut. You've been talking a whole lot of nonsense on social media and doing all these interviews and giving all this false information. But more than 10 people know exactly what happened. And there's about four smart people. The dumbest one is Warren. He's by far the dumbest one, for sure. And the second dumbest one is Bart. But let's see, man. Let's see what happens. Let's take a look here at the Nancy finish this interview. They can cooperate with the law. The teenagers at any given moment, boom, they can cooperate with the law. Yeah, 100. It's only 125,000. That's it's only 125,000. They're not gonna do that because there's too many people involved. They're not doing that. No, they need to do it now. They need to come forward now because you know what it would do. It's as simple as this, Inez. You can write a book. You could get paid multiple ways of one mistake your friend made. It's that simple. For all of you listening out there, it's very simple. You can become a millionaire or make money of one mistake your friends made. Let that sink in because it could be happening to you too. So, for instance, he doesn't have to take money from his friends. He could take the 125,000. However, interviews, baby. Woo, interviews. You interview with all these shitty fucking journalists. Do you understand? Like now, do you understand that you can negotiate? Like to the point where, okay, say for instance, we are not in a only TV era. We are in an era where everybody's making content of the phone, of the computer, and everything, right? And YouTube and everything, right? So everything's on YouTube and TikTok and everything else, right? So what happens is, boom, you can make a contract with a content creator, letting them know, hey, I want such and such, like an amount of money, and I also want a percentage of whatever you make of the video. Okay, meaning that the video can get played as many times as it can in the future. You just let that shit sit, okay, and you can make money. So by you doing an interview with all the mainstream media and then the content creators, please, you become a millionaire in less than 6 months. These teenagers, whoever's not snitching, they're really not smart at all. They're just keeping their mouth shut. But they can become a millionaire by themselves like this in a snap of a finger. Then they could write a fucking book and sell it. Man, they have no idea. They have no idea the amount of money that they could get paid. They don't even gotta go to college. Put it that way. They wouldn't have to touch college. Let's see what this dumbass says. No, we don't. Who is we? Who is we? Who is we? According to whom? Put it this way, Inez. There's about three people. Listen, right? There's about three people who have said, I saw him 3:30. They're yo, they they fucking with everybody's head. They're like, yo, like, how can I say something and give a clue without really saying, because in reality, what if they wasn't there? But there's a question if what if one of them was? But the funny part is when they say, okay, yeah, I saw him last seen him like 3:30 or 3:30. There's more than one person saying that. More than one person saying that. More than one person actually. Well, at least one person has interviewed and said that already multiple times. The story fits. Javon. Javon did the interviews. He did great. So one of the coaches, like I guess a high school. coach was also out there, and he said he also spoke to him. Like he actually spoke to him, and he's like trying to use the same time frame, like 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock, some shit like that. A lot of them are using like that same timeline.
I wouldn't even know what time it is if I'm drinking at that moment.
And no, that's not even the point. The point is nobody knows the fucking time unless they're looking at their phone.
Yeah.
Unless you have a fucking a watch that's water resistance, because you're gonna go to the shallow part and everything and enjoy the beach. Unless you have the watch to pretty much just take a look at the time, you won't know the time. Yeah. Right. I don't understand. Well, why are we asking for Nolan's phone, and why are we not asking for everybody else on that Cito call phone? Why are we not looking for the other phones? Why we can't get Bart's phone? Why we can't get Warren's Hudson phone? I mean, it's not like they need it right now, do they? I mean, is it really that important right now? They took down their social media apparently, right? Let's show this video, and people have questioned where's Nolan. Most likely, this was him with the shades. But yeah. Why we don't got everybody else's phone? Why we not asking for everybody else's phone? Why we not asking everybody who turned off the social media to log back in so we can take a look at their social media? Why we not doing all of that? Why we not doing a full, thorough investigation? Oh, because Mississippi Sheriff's Department is it's a fucking joke. You heard? It got muted. Now he's not muted. He was muted. Answer barely anything. He hasn't. He didn't really answer shit other than he said he didn't want to answer a few things, and I'm like, what the fuck you mean you don't want to answer? You're representing them, man. I I don't understand why everybody's so how can I say so eager to get to Nolan's phone instead of looking at the social media that has been taken down, having them log back in and investigating through their phones. Let's go to court and then see this is why it's better for them to come forward also, babe. Like at a time like this, at a time like this, listen, I would do whatever it takes to become a millionaire, all about self-made of one mistake a person made. So easy and simple. So easy and simple. I would write a book. I would come out and do an interview with everybody, right? And then I would make those fucking lawyers, they're so called known to be Trump lawyers, I would make them look like shit. That's what I would do. Because every interview, 50,000, 40,000. I'm like, yo, there's no negotiating. You want the interview? Because this is nationwide. You want the interview? 50,000. So you go to all the medias and content creators and you charge them different things. Like, especially if it's main media, you want to charge up. If it's a content creator, you could give it a little wiggle room. You look at their page, how many subscribers they got, what their recent video did, and you'd be like, all right, you could give me like 10,000, and I want half of whatever the fuck you make of my video. You know what I'm saying? Um, then writing off a book. You write the fucking book. That's for life. Amazon, baby. Money. Then they take it to Hollywood. Oh, forget about it. Forget about it. So whatever teenager's not coming forward, whatever white dummy you guys got in Mississippi, and Mississippi, the state of the white hunky pigs. Listen, there's a reason you guys don't have even a sports team in reality, right? What sports team do they got? All right. Anyways, um, talk to me about getting paid, making people look like clowns, a fool of themselves, and putting people behind bars, all in one, all in one, all inclusive, making the lawyers look like shit, putting the fucking people behind bars because already too many people are talking, so therefore they should be charged with conspiracy because we know it was more than 10 teenagers there. And then making money out of this shit, out of everything, out of a mistake somebody made. And then like, peace, I'm outie. I'm traveling the world for the rest of my life. Are you kidding? Shit. You can make $1 million in 3 months. That's simple. So think about it. Whoever was on that boat, whoever was on Bart's boat, think about it. Katie, all of y'all need to think about it. The 125,000, oh, that's nothing. That's Trump money. How creative you get with your story and with what actually happened is up to you. Sky's the limit. You can make a whole lot of money. There's a whole lot of money in this world for you to collect. Create your own hustle. Create your own lane. Stay away from them fake ass fraud friends that so called themselves friends. Man, I would have been planning my exit. I would have been like, yo, how much money you paying me? OR. OR. And I would have been planning. I'm like, how can I make sure if he's only gonna pay me that much? How can I make sure that I make a whole lot of more money? Oh, easy. Let's get creative with it. Let's interview with everybody. You gotta book me 50,000 and up. 50,000 and up. The problem now. Here's the problem. The problem with the interview is that sometimes there's gonna be obviously on YouTube, the content creators and everything and all of that. They're gonna try to grab, content from other channels or wherever they saw it at and things like that. So that's why you got. That's why I tell you that for content creators, you can't charge 50,000. That's for like main media, everything that's on TV, ABC, NBC, CNN, all that Fox News. Um, and then for the content creators, you gotta charge different. You can't be greedy, but you gotta let them know what's up. Like, yo, I know the game. You could give me this much, and I want this on top. And because that's not out of your pocket, you really shouldn't be complaining. You know what I'm saying? You get in the interview. So just give me the 50% royalty, and the 10,000. You know what I'm saying? But see, these teenagers, they're not thinking like that. They dumb. It is what it is. I know that more than 10 people saw what the fuck happened. So basically what happened or what they're trying to say is, because see, Warren is the one that's fucking up with all the lies. They're saying, oh, we took 30 people out to the island, roughly about 30 people between three boats. And then that footage of the sea tow, the Triton itself, the so-called sinking boat, that we don't see no water inside. We don't see nobody with a bucket, nothing. We don't see no water there. We don't see none of that happening. It has about 7 people, and the person recording across, whether it's Bart or not, most likely that's Bart's boat because they said they were towed by Bart's boat, meaning that Nolan could be on Bart's boat, unconscious, unalive. You know, we don't know. Nobody shows that boat as evidence. Nobody talks about that boat as evidence. Nobody says how many people were on Bart's boat. Nobody asked the right questions. How many people were on Bart's boat? Because in the morning, you said you had about 30 people between three boats. So if Bart towed your boat, how many people did Bart have in his boat? The questions that nobody is asking. But it's okay. You know, we smart people, we understand. Mississippi full of honky pigs. Unfortunately, I tell people all the time, it's 2026 and racism is at an all-time high. But they wanted to talk about Argentina. Y'all remember that one? They wanted to talk about Argentina. How can we be talking about Argentina when we're not talking about America? The country that abolished slavery in 1865, they had over 4 million slaves. The people that fought for civil rights and didn't get it till 1964, that helped everybody else get civil rights in the United States. I'm just too fucking good with it, ain't I? Never died and multiplied. What? The what? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Shit. It was funny as shit. Like me growing up, I'm gonna tell you a funny story. Here's a funny story. I was growing up in Philadelphia. We had a basketball court and everything, and game consoles were hot. It was like, you know, Xbox, PlayStation were competing, and Xbox at that time, the one we got right there, the one you got, the original one, they had this internet service where you could pay for it, and it would produce a lot better than the PlayStation, but PlayStation was free, but people like Xbox for that, and playing Halo, and we grew up knowing about racism and everything, and we learned a whole lot of shit throughout school and everything, and it wasn't until one day that I'm playing on the internet, I'm playing the video game on the internet, and this white fucking kid starts saying beaner, beaner, beaner. And I didn't understand not a fucking word. I didn't understand, like, I didn't understand what's the whole point of that. I think that's the dumbest fucking word ever, honestly. You know? And I got the headset on, and we're on the East Coast. We don't hear that. That's not what you hear on the East Coast, like, at all whatsoever. I guess that's more of a West Coast. And I tell my cousin, I'm like, bro, why is he saying this word? Like, why is he using this word? I was like, he's being racist. And I'm like, that doesn't even sound racist to me. Like, it doesn't even offend me. Dude, he just kept saying it. And I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are we talking about here? He's like, do you eat beans or something like that? I'm like, okay, doesn't everybody else? Like, what the? Like, that is the dumbest shit ever. No, listen. When it comes down to, see, the problem is you're raised that way. You're thinking, oh no, no, that's not true. When we're being raised, we're looking at every country has its own different, you know, food plate and this and that, and there's a lot of places that, or a lot of countries that use beans. Period. So you can't tell me that everybody else in the world doesn't eat beans. Like, they at some point at least have tried beans, whether they don't like it or not. That's really on them. It depends how you eat it. You know, when I was introduced to it, it was rice and beans, and then the protein, whatever. I don't know what it is with these dumbass fucking they I don't know. People like to call them kikes or whatever the fuck, whatever they want to call themselves. It's just stupid. Like, you're on the internet on a video game as a kid, and he's assuming that I eat beans. Racism is at an all-time high. That was back in 2000 fucking 3, 2000 fucking 4. We're in 2026. You hear worse shit now on the fucking internet, or see shit that because people can type or put the username, all that shit. But it just shows, like I said, the example, or exactly what I was talking about. That's the example. It has never died. It multiplied. Whether the parents rubbed it off to their kids, or the kids grew up like that, and wherever the fuck they live, it doesn't make sense. It's kind of like stupid. It's just basically uneducated, dumbass fuckers in this fucking country. Like, so they just make up anything in their mind, and they think it's funny. Ha ha ha, whatever, yada yada yada. And it's like, bro, do you even know who you're fucking talking to? It's like, mental health is a real issue. Like, you're just making up delusional shit in your mind, and then you're laughing at your fucking joke, but yet you're just going through this delusional phase of mental health that you think is cool, or whatever the fuck case may be, to say a couple words or try to insult people with words that they don't even fucking know. Like a word that I never fucking heard before. I was like, what the fuck is this problem? Like, you know, it was hilarious, yo. I don't know. It's just dumb. It's really dumb. But now they approve shit on Netflix. They let fucking shit slide in Hollywood. You know, it is what it is. It has multiplied. It's everywhere. It's in your backyard. It's in your, in your family get-togethers. Everything. It's everywhere now. So it is what it is, man. What's this?
I don't know, it just started.
Just hit the button. I don't know what it is. Just change it. Oh, the blob.
The blob.
The blob.
Yeah.
Let me take a look real quick. Yeah, just change that shit. The blob?
Yeah, it's a big blob and it eats everybody. I remember I watched it with my sister, Emily, and she loved it.
1988. I change that shit. Change that shit. I don't want to see that shit. Oh, change that shit. Yeah, man. A lot of stuff points towards Bart. If you know how to do math and you do equations with variables and you're good at that and you like to analyze things, if you worked in IT, if you like to troubleshoot, if you like to resolve shit, if that's your passion, yeah, you realize that everything points to a certain or specific person based on evidence and based on a lot of the facts that are said or that we're being told. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's why, listen, this is why I'm liking this. Like, you guys have to understand. If that lawyer, if Tyler Cox is representing Morgan, Warren, and that other kid, right, who's not Bart, then guess what I'm gonna fucking do in front of a video. Bart did it. Now what? Where's the defamation lawsuit now? Who do I apologize to now? Are you guys gonna take him under your right wing? Oh, then maybe he should start answering questions also. When is his interview due? Brandon Tatum? Bart did it. Where's the defamation lawsuit? From whom? The same lawyer? No way. Get it? I'm 100 steps ahead of them. All of them. And all I need is a public defender. I want them under oath so I could fuck all of them over. We're gonna end the live. I've been on here for what, an hour and 40 minutes. I know everybody gotta be working and doing the live, because otherwise I probably would have pulled another 90 like like last time. Ha! The aircraft carrier is getting bombed. Iran ain't playing that shit. I don't know, man. God don't like ugly, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. I think I think that this country is on a decline. Y'all might not see it, But I think that this country is on a decline, and I can't wait for everybody to suffer. Look at that. Russia's done playing games. They're pissed off that they've been getting bombed. Like, they're done playing that game with fucking Ukraine. We're about to hit World War III. And if China had any cheap missiles, any cheap anything, guess who's gonna buy that? China, Russia and Iran. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. Whoa, let me see. Is this another AI? This is guys. We have to support content creators. Anybody that's talking about the topic and everything else. However, what we don't want to do is give credit to these AI. Like this guy. I'm gonna show you this guy. You hear that? That's AI. Guys, don't support these pages. Doesn't matter what kind of information they have. Do yourself a favor and do not subscribe to them. Don't watch them. Don't hit like. Tell YouTube to not recommend the channel. It's not through the video. You gotta go through the profile and then report. Report user, hide user from my channel. Is this it? This ain't it. This is from my channel. There's a way on the mobile that you can do like, yo, don't recommend this channel for me no more. There has to be a way to do it on the desktop. But yeah, man, don't pay attention to these AIs. This is it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Go support. Go support any content creator out there that's actually speaking and talking. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, man. It's good. No. Hey, yo, go check my man's out. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Watching the World 777. You know what I'm saying? Um, go check my man's out. He's gonna go live very soon. Actually, I'm gonna end my live. I'm gonna jump over there. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's get this money. Let's keep this discussion going. Um, we gotta push justice for Nolan Wells, y'all. We gotta keep at it because it's not just the teenagers. Like you guys gotta understand, if there's ties to a whole bunch of people, this makes it so much fucking worth it. Peace.